All right, we're going to talk a little bit about setting goals. And you are taking team leadership, and we want you to pick some goals for this class. What do you want to get out of this? When I went to school, take math class, social studies class, I think the goal for the course was to just pass it and survive it. This class is a little bit different. The question probably isn't whether or not you're going to pass. I'm pretty sure you're going to pass, and you're going to pass with a good grade. But in this class, you're really trying to expand your skills and your tools, and you want to get better. Forget about the grade. I've gotten grades in classes and still didn't learn anything. I really couldn't care less about the grade. I really want you to learn, and I want you to get better and grow as a human being. So that's what I want your goal to be, is what is it about me that needs improving? And how can I use this experience of taking team leadership in order to improve that? All right, so one of the things and concepts that we teach in this class is something called personal mastery. Personal mastery is this idea of trying to get better and never really being satisfied with good enough. If you can get better and you can grow, then you're seeking that out. Just because you graduate high school doesn't mean you're done learning, or even, whatever level of education that you get yourself through, whether that's college or a master's degree or even a PhD, or if you become a doctor. The day you're done with that schooling and you get your diploma doesn't mean you're done growing or learning. You really should learn the rest of your life. And that's what that term is. And so leaders who are seeking this can be described as, I'm not going to write an entire paragraph, but I'm going to talk about a couple of concepts. People who respect personal mastery, they respect education. Okay, so even though they may not be enrolled in a school, they're still learning. If that means looking things up and reading about them online, or reading books for enjoyment, or reading nonfiction. They're constantly learning. Okay, they're also willing to fail. Willing to fail means a lot of times we would rather not try something because we're afraid to fail and we don't want to embarrass ourselves, or we don't want to look foolish. But the reality is, failure is a very important part of finally achieving success. You're going to, the best example I can think of is, you watch those funny GIFs where people are trying skateboard tricks and they wipe out and they fall and holy crow. But sometimes I've seen a few recently where they'll show a kid trying some awesome skateboard trick, and he'll try 15, 20, 25 times, and it shows him wrecking every single time. And then finally he lands this incredible trick, and everybody on the playground or the skate park, they go like bonkers. And that's a perfect example. Nobody stood around making fun of the fact that he fell 15 times. They kind of, if you watch the people around, they kind of were curious and shocked that this person just kept going and kept getting up. They're going to be sore and they're going to have bruises and cuts, but people couldn't look away. And then when they finally achieved it, it was like, this glorious moment for the skater, but it was also this kind of glorious moment. Everybody celebrated that moment when this person pulled off the trick. And that's the same for you. Are you willing to keep going? I'm willing to bet you already have. Whether it's learning a new song on an instrument that you might play, or getting through a difficult math problem, or even learning a Rubik's Cube, or any of these things, anything that you're good at or anything that you've accomplished in your life, it didn't come easy right away. You had to fight your way through it, and you had to kind of put blood, sweat, and tears in order to get there. And that's what goals are. By the way, if goals are so easy and they don't challenge you, then they're really not even worth doing. That's life. We need obstacles. Obstacles have been put in our way in order to strengthen us. And without them, we would be too weak and we wouldn't be prepared for what life is going to expect of us as we grow and progress and get older and have greater challenges. If you can't jump over life's small hurdles today, how in the world are you going to get over the walls and barriers of tomorrow? And so that's why it's important to start practicing setting goals and achieving them, checking them off your list, and then picking greater and greater ones as you go along so that you're ready for tomorrow. All right, thanks for listening.